Welcome to the new section of this course, Building RESTful Web Services in Spring 5 with Maven. Now let's move on to the video, Apache Maven. More information on Maven can be found at this link. You can download Apache Maven's latest version from here. In the system requirements for the JDK, you can see that Maven 3.3 Plus requires JDK 1.7 or above to execute. So please make sure of your Java version when you use Maven 3.3. You can get the binary or source zip files from this link and install Maven onto your computer. So here in our case, we have already installed Maven. The Maven installation can be verified by entering the mv version command in your console command prompt. If it is installed successfully, it will show the details as highlighted on our screen on a Windows operating system. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is, creating a project with Maven. Once Maven is installed and verified, you will have to create a project with Maven. This you can do in the command prompt itself. First, we will navigate to the desired location where we wish to create our project. In our case, we will navigate to the Section 2 folder present under C, Users, Test. Once we have navigated to the folder, just run the command which is shown highlighted on the screen in your desired location for the project to be created automatically. Before executing the command, let's go through each part of the command that is used to create a Maven project. Archetype::generate. Use this if the goal is to create a new project on a specified archetype. In our case, we have used Maven archetype quick start. Then it's -d group ID equals com.pactpub.restapp. This part defines a project with a group identifier such as a package. Then there is -d artifact ID equals ticket management. This part defines our project name. After that, -d archetype artifact ID equals Maven archetype quick start. This part will be used to select the archetype based on the archetype::generate goal. Next is the -d interactive mode equals false. This specifies the type of interactive mode. It can be either true or false. In our case, it is false. Finally, the -d version equals 1.0.0-snapshot. The project version can be mentioned in this part. It will be helpful when you deploy the project and distribute it. So now let's execute our code by pressing the Enter key. It will download the necessary plugins and requirements for creating a Maven project. The process may consume some of your time. You can watch a small video about 2 to 3 minutes on YouTube until the project is downloaded. Hope you are back. We have successfully downloaded the necessary plugins as you can see on the message here, which shows the build success. The parameters that have been used to create project are shown highlighted. The base directory, package, group ID, artifact ID, package name and version. So we have the parameters specified and the values. If you face any problems while creating the project, use the -x option in Maven. It will point out the location where the error has occurred. Next, we will be visiting a POM file after creating a project. Once we have created a project, we can see the pom.xml file in our project folder. Our project folder is C, Users, Test, Section 2, Ticket Management. Let's open the pom.xml file in a text editor. After you open it, you can see that it will have all the basic details such as group ID name and so on. Also, you can see the default JUnit dependency under the Dependencies configuration part, which is shown highlighted. After that, we will move on to the topic Understanding POM dependencies. Maven repositories can be found at mvmrepository.com. Every operating system has its own local Maven repository location. In Windows, the location of Maven Central Repository is C users username.m2 repository. In our case, this is the location of the central repository as shown highlighted. Whenever you add a third-party library to your POM dependency, the specified jar and related files will be copied into the .m2 repository location, as you can see here. Post that, we will learn about the Maven dependency structure by looking at one sample. Let's assume that we need to use log4j core version 2.9.1 in our application. In order to use it, we need to add the dependency to our project. For that, let's go to mvmrepository.com that we opened recently and search for the log4j core dependency. Once you click on the search button, list appears. click on the first result that says Apache Log4j Core. Since we wish to use Log4j version 2.9.1, let's click on it. After that, we can copy the dependency into our POM under Dependencies. A sample Maven dependency can be seen here as highlighted. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is, adding Log4j Core 2.9.1 to POM dependency. We have already added Log4j Core 2.9.1 to POM dependency. Since the dependency is added and the project is updated on our IDE, the Log4j Core library will be copied into the M2 repository folder. So here you can see the copied Log4j Core folder. And here is the path where the folder has been copied. I have highlighted the path for you. Here we have opened the project that we created earlier named Ticket Management in our Eclipse IDE. The dependency Log4j Core will be added under POM. Let's open the pom.xml file. In the dependency block of code shown highlighted, you can see the group ID, artifact ID, and version. We will learn about each of them independently. First is the group ID. It is used to make the jar war file unique across all projects. Here the group ID in our case is org.apache.logging.log4j. As it will be used globally, Maven recommends that the package names follow the same rules as that of domain names with subgroups. A sample group ID is com.google.appengine. However, some third-party dependencies don't follow the group ID package naming policy. Here is the sample for your reference. The next one is artifact ID. It is just the name of the jar war file without the extension. In our case, it is Log4j Core. After that is the version. It comes with the number to show the jar file version. Here the version for Log4j Core is specified as 2.9.1. This code will download the Spring Security Web Library 3.1.4 jar file to the repository location. The Log4j Core files in Windows will appear as shown here, and the Log4j Core files will be present on the path as highlighted on the top of the screen. The sample repositories in the M2 repository should appear as shown here. When you update a project, in Eclipse or any other IDE, it will get the jar and related files from a remote Maven repository to your system's central repository. In our case, it is C users test M2 repository as highlighted here. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is, dependency trees. Dependency trees can be used in projects to locate specific dependencies. If you are wondering about any specific libraries, such as why it's used, you can check by executing a dependency tree. Also, a dependency tree can be expanded to display dependency conflicts. We have navigated to our project folder as shown on the screen to execute the mvn dependency tree line of code. Let's type mvm dependency :tree command. It will show us the dependency libraries and how they're organized. By executing the command on our project folder, or wherever the pom.xml file is available, we can view the dependency tree and its structure is shown on the screen. So here we have come to the end of this video.